everyone, welcome to our interview today. Okay, today is a big day because
Yeah, it's fine.
because why?
Because
Because this is our special episode today. Also, we appreciate to invite a big superstar, James. Welcome. Hi. Give us
Thank you.
pose, please.
Happy to be here.
Oh my God, nothing special, okay? Also, welcome to my partner, Max.
hi everyone.
Hi. Okay, so today our topic is very important. You know why? Because discuss about James' major. Tell them, James, what is your major?
Well, I am a mechanical engineering major.
Okay.
No, wow,
Very cool.
it's cool.
Yeah.
So in the future, probably you will go NASA to work.
That's the goal. Ideally, I'd love to work for NASA and do some things with aerospace companies, building rockets, working in space.
Wow.
Oh, that's rocket science.
Yeah,
That's literally rocket science.
it's
so,
not that bad, but
So what do you think one day people will go to Mars to live in there? This is true?
oh, I
Or not?
definitely think so. Hopefully within my lifetime. That's
Oh.
something I really want to see happen.
Maybe 100 years ago, 100 years later?
I think we
Or-
could do it in less time than that.
yeah,
I
20
think,
years.
Yeah.
20 years. Wow.
We
But-
found water in Mars, right?
Yeah, the polar ice caps on Mars.
But only have water? How about not another things like houses,
Yeah, they're gonna have to build them and
park?
get very creative, but hopefully that's something I could do.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
wow.
Yeah.
So why you choose this major?
I've always been really interested in aerospace stuff and
Mhm.
working for NASA. That's kind of been a driving factor. And then also building things, designing things, and engineering in general has always been what I wanted to do with my life. And then I chose mechanical specifically because it was more of a broad base and it would allow me to do a lot of different things with it. And I get to work with and design a lot of moving parts, and I think that's just really cool.
Oh.
Do your parents give you any kind of advice, like what kind of major you should pick, or?
My parents were kind of hands off about the decision. They left it up to me mostly, which was nice because it kind of let me pursue what I wanted to do. But at the same time, they didn't really tell me exactly what I should do, and that left some gray areas for me to try and figure it out for myself. But
Actually, I don't know exactly the American system, how to
Yeah.
choose your major. I mean, before you went to the university, would you have another major? Do you want to choose?
before university, usually you just have a general education. So they teach you about everything. You learn English, science, math, and history as the core subjects. And you can take electives with things that you would like to learn about. And then once you get to college, you choose a major, which is like your focus and what you want to study primarily, and then your entire education is based around that.
So on your like the sophomore year or the junior year, you should learn something on the space field.
Yeah.
So not on the freshman year.
A lot of freshman year is just getting stuff out of the way and checking boxes to meet requirements.
Oh.
And then once you get into the higher grades, you get to learn more about the stuff you actually want to.
So what's your major?
Oh my God, my major is journalism. So, but you know, in China, so actually I don't want to memory that because this is so struggle. It's tough time because everyone, yeah, Max, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Everyone, you have to choose 2 or 3 majors before you go to the university because give you more impossible. If you, for example, if I choose your major but it's failure, I won't have
we
another
can
choice.
get another chance to go to the college.
Yes.
So we have like a standard exam, just like SAT, and we take like nationally, and everyone get a score, and then based on that score, you fill out the form like which college you want to go to and pick 3 majors. If the first major fails, basically you just fail in that year.
Yeah.
So that's the way the Chinese system works. So I think you guys are quite lucky to have like you can have so many options. We just doing like gamble things.
Yeah.
Also, I think I need to get a lot of universities that can like promote 允许怎么说？就是许可 get this promotion.
The certification.
It can like this. That means your major is passed, but they also need your score. If you didn't pass the score, maybe you are failure too. So both major and score you need to pass, and then you can go to this university. So for Chinese students, it's really hard to go to the university.
Yeah.
So
And one thing in my exam, my major is mathematics, and so in China, basically, I'm so surprised to find out that you have like a clear goal to go to what kind of major you want to go. And in our high school time, we all like being taught as the same, so we don't have any idea like what kind of difference between journalism and mathematics. I choose math just because I'm good at math, and don't because I like it, and I don't know what other options are there. So we just based on like what you are good at or what you are like highly paid. Then that's something happen in China.
So did either of you get exposed to like what the different majors in China would relate to while you were still in high school? So did they ever teach you about the journalism major while you were still?
No. You have to study by yourself, and then go to, for example, this university to find the teacher and then to teach you how to be good at the journalism or something. So I mean, in the high school, the 第三年怎么说？
The third year in
the
high
third
school.
year in high school, so every student is really busy. So you have to go to buy the airplane or buy the train to go to another city and to find the different teachers to learn some different knowledges. So it's really busy. So I don't want to memory that in that time. So that's why. So I think some American students is better than
Quite lucky.
Yeah, quite
Very lucky to do that.
right?
Yeah.
Because you want to choose this major, and then your high school will focus on your major and then to teach you. This is true, right?
Yeah, and you can pursue a lot of the classes and things that you want to learn about.
But I have a questions. So, for example, I interest like movie or something, actor, actress, performance or something, and then if I study in this high school, this teacher will teach you in this major or?
With high school, it's
You have clubs.
there's a lot of clubs involved. So you may not take a class in a particular interest you have, like if you were very into cooking, say, there may not be a class for that, but you can get involved with clubs and extracurriculars with people who like doing the same thing at the school, and then you can learn that way.
Okay, what is a hot major in the U.S.? I mean, for the high school student.
I would say computer science is pretty hot right now.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people are going into that field
Mhm.
at the moment.
Why? Because in the future you will get a good career, or
It's a highly
Yes.
paid major.
It's a highly paid major, and there's a lot of jobs at the moment. It's a very booming industry. I think business is also a pretty big major as well.
oh, business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in American, I think most people want to become to a businessman, right? Because you will earn a lot of money.
Yeah. I think that's a driving factor.
Oh, interesting. But if a lot of people choose these majors, they will have a lot of compete, right?
Yeah.
Competition.
Yeah, completely.
对, yeah. So
And that definitely happens.
I said 对,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's Chinese.
She just says some Chinese.
I'm sorry, James. You know, my English is very well.
We're
so
still
this-
learning.
Yes, actually my English is not very good, so that's why I need to through this program and then to improve my English skills. This is good, right?
Yeah, you're doing very well.
Good. 对. Okay. 对 is Chinese word. It means yes. Right.
对.
对, yeah. 对.
I want to mention a popular sentence. Maybe you heard from your teacher in high school. In China, in high school, teacher always tell you should work hard because college life is like very funny, very happy. So you need to work hard now to get a happy college life.
I think
That's why we don't think about any kind of like major thing until the last 1 or 2 months, because on that time the score comes out, and then on that time you have the right to choose your major based on your score. If your score is really low, the major doesn't mean anything,
Yeah.
because you will be selected by the school by randomly picked by the major.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, in China, for me, through the elementary school,
Elementary school.
through the high school, I think every night I will do my homework from 7 p.m. until 12 p.m. Every day.
Yeah.
So it's really tough because our teacher every day told us you have to hard work every day, blah 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 or something. So so when I came to the U.S., I was shocked because every kids or students after the school,
You have so many activities to do.
yes,
Yeah.
and then also play some video games, or they have a lot of free time to do their own things, which they like, right? But so I don't know why this is a normal in America.
Yeah. I think it's kind of interesting because it sounds a lot like the high school and college experiences in China and the US are flipped.
Yes.
So we have fun in high school,
Yeah.
and then college is when you have to do all the hard work.
Yes. Exactly.
But
So-
I have questions. If you do not really
Work hard.
work hard, so how to get the high score and then to get the promotion?
Go to like a good college.
Well,
Yeah.
there are still people that do work very hard. I guess they just work hard in different ways because a lot of the American colleges look at your scores, but then they also take into account your extracurriculars and like all the clubs that you do and all the stuff you do outside of school in your free time.
Not only for
Not-
study.
Not only the score, but they include everything.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why. Oh, so what do you have some interest? Can like interest activities
Yeah,
in your high school?
yeah.
Go to some clubs.
I was part of the yearbook in high school. I did that and helped work on that. I also did several different sports throughout high school and was on those teams. And then I did theater as well.
Oh,
That's really cool.
wow.
I got a question actually, because in our spare time in high school, because we have very little spare time, all we do is play video games. And so I have a question. So like, video games is addictive. Like you cannot resist the temptation to play the video game. So how you can like settle down yourself to do some mechanical engineering work or the theater work? How can you do that?
Good questions.
Well, it's hard, but if you like what you're doing enough and you believe that it's going to get you to a place where you want to be with a good job after college, then you put in the work and you just got to do it.
So how can you convince yourself you will like get a good job after that?
That's part of the challenge, I guess. But I guess for me,
do you have some like frontier to tell you, like some mentor to tell you?
Yeah. Personally, I've just met with several people who already do work for NASA and work in the field I'm going to, and they've just talked to me about it and what they do, and I think I've responded very positively to that, and I'm optimistic about the future going forward. And that helps me get work done towards that goal. So
after you graduate your university, you want to continue work for your major, or you have a big high chance to change your major?
Well, ideally, I'd like to continue working for my major, because I think it validates the experience for you in college. So when you're doing all that work, it feels like it's working up towards something if you stay in the same field. But I'm not opposed to making a jump if the opportunity presented itself.
Actually, in China, the employment is a big issue, right? Because each year have a lot of students graduate from the university, but
cannot get a job.
Yes, this is a big issue. I don't know in America the same challenge.
In America, it's more about the cost of college. So you can generally find a job, if not directly related to your field, doing something, but you graduate with a lot of debt. So you owe a lot of money for going to college that you have to pay off while working in your job.
So they have the motion to find a job.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
in China, the tuition is not so high. The tuition is.
What does tuition mean?
Tuition 学费.
查字典. Oh, this is 学费. Okay.
The tuition for me is just like, let me count. It's like $500 a year.
Cool.
So that's not a big deal. So many college students just continue playing games, and then that's just a little money and they don't have like a large debt. They need to pay to.
But in American, this is a big issue, right? Especially the kind of like private school, university.
Yeah.
This is high. They have a high student fee, right?
$60,000 a
60
year.
or 70.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, but you also have a student loan, right?
Yeah.
You can get this.
You can get student loans, but you still have to pay those back eventually.
Oh, after the university, when you get the job.
Once you stop college, you have to start paying them back. Even if you don't get a job.
Oh, this
you
is
still have to pay them back.
Yeah.
So
it's
that
a big issue.
Kind of makes you need a job.
When I stayed in China, I also heard one thing is kind of like American children, when they 18 years old, they will leave their family. That is true?
Sometimes they can leave their family because they're legally adults, but a lot of them choose not to because they like being with their family or don't have the means to support themselves by themselves.
Oh.
But those guys will feel like shameful. They continue to stay with their family, or
Yeah, and I think now there's a bigger movement for people to move back in with their families after college because of the massive amounts of debt. And it's
And the
becoming
rent.
yeah, it's cheap rent, and I think it's becoming more acceptable. But generally speaking, people try to jump off at around 18 or 19, going to college and then beyond.
Okay, this is not true, because when my mom, when she got angry, they always said, "Livia, I told you, if you, in America, if you are 18 years old, you have to leave our family."
Yeah.
So
It's a bigger problem in China.
yeah,
Many people
you have
just
to independent.
yeah, because the housing rates in China is really expensive compared to the United States, and like the house we have here, we can buy like just how to say that one house in like the capital, the Beijing, you can buy like 3 houses here. So the so
It's
that's
really
the price.
expensive.
So we cannot leave our family just because of the rent. The rent is really high.
Yeah.
Yes, so actually in your this year is the first year in your university, right?
I just finished up my first year, so I'm going into my
The
second.
second year. So you live in your school or live in the outside?
I lived on campus, which in an apartment on campus, because I went to school in California, so it was a bit far from home. But yeah,
Housing,
I
the
think
rent is high there too.
I think freshmen were required to live on campus. So
Okay.
your first year, you usually have to.
What do you think about between the college, your university school life and high school life? What is different?
I think there's a lot more freedom in college, which is nice, because you're on your own, away from your parents, and there's more flexibility with your schedule, because all of your classes aren't at one time usually, so you can break up your day and do different things. But I generally liked college better than high school.
Really? Because
On the
before
whole.
I saw the kind of like movies, American movies, they always describe about the high school parties,
Yeah.
and the students is sometimes really crazy and then really enjoy the high school party. That is true or just show up in a movie?
It's a little bit true, but they're not.
Little bit true.
There are parties in high school, but they're not all that.
Oh.
I think
They can drink some alcohol or something in the high school.
It's
Yeah.
not legal.
well, not
Did you try
legally,
it?
but
Legally.
yeah, people find it around and they throw parties and have fun. But I think they're a lot smaller than TV and movies make them out to
Oh. So you mean how about the activities? I mean, in the high school, the university school life activities more than the high school, or
I think the major difference between high school and college extracurriculars is that college gets a lot more funding for them. So I was a part of robotics in both high school and college. And in high school, we had to struggle for funding and fight to get even small things. But then in college, we got to build like a full-sized robotic golf cart. And they just basically gave us money to do it. So.
wow. Okay, I think also have the big difference. But anyway, thank you for sharing your major today.
Of course.
Okay. I think next episode you also come to here and then talk about another
Cheers.
more interesting topics. Okay?
We will have.
Cheers! Thank you.
Thank you.